New York is showing off, not for us, for our next guest.
Yes.
It's beautiful out there. Our next guest is a comedian, writer, and host of one of the most popular podcasts, Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast. As you might suspect, the podcast is not a secret, and Matt McCusker is so quick and smart, he makes getting arrested sound relatable.
He just landed a Netflix comedy special, too, called A Humble Offering. It premieres October 7th. Please welcome funny man Matt McCusker. Hello, hello.
Hey,
We don't have the fake applause to give you, so we're just going to do a real live one.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
First of all, love the poster. The shenanigans in that stall.
Oh,
you were
yeah,
sitting
yeah.
doing a number one,
That was
I
an
think.
organic shot. Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, I was actually, I was doing a number one. You're right. I was kinda sitting down. And,
Yeah. I didn't see that you built a nest, though. You were squatting? You were...
No, I don't really. I just.
You don't care.
I go right.
You
yeah.
go. You
Full
go
contact,
for it. You
full
go for it.
contact. Don't even wipe it down if it's wet. I just use that to kind of like conduct my energy. And,
That's
There you
right.
go.
Yeah.
That's right. You come to us by way of Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And we had a quick chat about the sports, and you're like, whatever.
Yeah, I always wanted to care. I just never.
Thank you. Thank you.
Never cared that much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We're happy for that.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, now we can start. Now we can start the interview. I had
There
to
we
get
go.
that out of the way.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Now we know.
it's a conversation killer. People corner me at parties and they're like, yeah, have you seen the new quarterback? And I have to be like, it's crazy. And, you know. And,
Yeah.
You're like, yo,
That's crazy. Yes, yes.
ask the artichoke dip.
Well, before we talk about your special, we can't stop talking about Bad Bunny halftime show.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Honestly, I don't have any strong thoughts. I don't even really care about the Super Bowl, so I don't really care about the performer. I'm more, his lyrics are surprising because like I actually like listened to his music. And one day I translated the lyrics, and they're pretty intense, man.
They're
There's
very.
a song, Titi Mi Pregunto,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
and you know I like translated that to English, and it's
yeah.
all about him bragging to his aunt about his own sexual conquest.
Oh, yeah.
And like making his, women that he's with say hi, taking pictures of them and sending them to his aunt. I was kind of
Benito is multi-layered.
He is. 'Cause
Very
and there's a lyric in the end where he's like, say hi to my aunt. Well, and he's like, he's like, the classic thing, like saying their names, and then he does like a shout out to the women that have forgotten about him, which I think is kind of very deep. Honestly.
Very. His music is a bop, but if you go through the trouble of like translating and trying to figure out what it is, it'll leave you shaking in the corner.
You're confronted with a mystery.
Exactly.
You're really confronted with a mystery. How does his aunt feel about all this? Is she happy for him?
I mean,
is she excited about it? I
I'm
don't know.
Puerto Rican. I have a nephew. I don't want him sending me anything like that.
You don't ask him any preguntas about his
No
sexual life?
me manden preguntas de ninguna tipa, por favor.
Hey, he could be sad. He probably has a bunch of pictures he wants to send.
Give me your number. He can call you.
That's actually not a bad deal.
The Netflix of it all, the comedy special, I feel like you have accomplished so much in your life. You are so multifaceted. Where is doing a comedy special on Netflix in the sort of ladder of all the things that you want to accomplish?
That's a good question. I don't really think about it that much. It was just kind of like my managers and agent called me like, hey, we're going to get you on a Netflix. And it was just like a pleasant surprise. I was like, oh, that's really nice. And then, it was just kind of, I was like, we'll see, because I'm always skeptical. I'm like, it'll fall through. Then it didn't. And I'm like, oh, great. So.
Nice.
Sorry, I know I should be like, I dreamed about it since I was a boy.
No.
I have no plan. So.
Well,
That's okay.
Because I think for the person who's not a comedian, who's not accomplished nearly half the things that you've accomplished, I look at Netflix and I'm like, I wonder if that's like okay, I've done Netflix and I'm gonna die now. Yeah. But it sounds like for you, you're like,
No.
oh, and today's Wednesday. So,
Yeah, it's cool. It's like it's a nice thing. I shouldn't downplay it. It's a very cool thing, but I just don't get that excited.
Okay.
I just get more like anxious about things, and then they happen, and I'm like, I'm glad that's done. Then I move on and
move on to the next.
Yeah.
Well, you talk about your wife a little bit in it. Is she laughing along?
She laughs. It's weird because she has family all over the place. So she'll be like, "Oh, my grandfather's gonna be here in a certain city," and
Look at you two cleaning up so nice.
Yeah, true.
Is she a police officer?
She was.
She was.
She was for a couple of years. And then, pulled her off the streets.
Huh. Look at you. All right.
Yeah. But no,
Awesome.
she's cool. She's very, very cool about being the butt of some weird stuff. And her family comes out, and I'm like talking about things we do as a married couple, which we have obviously the right to do under the eyes of God. But like they're all good sports too. Her family's been good, so.
Yeah.
I think that's the contract you have to secretly sign in your head.
Yes.
When you are going to be in a committed relationship with a comedian or someone who's like in the public eye.
think she likes the attention too, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. She probably, you know, there's truth to most of the jokes, I would imagine.
Yeah, they're all
And,
100% true. Right?
Yeah. So she's like, yeah, I know that. Yeah.
But no, she's cool.
Yeah. You're also a dad. You take being a dad pretty seriously.
Yeah, you have to.
I mean, you'd be surprised how many people are dads or moms and don't take it seriously.
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
really sad, and it has harmful consequences. for everyone.
What's the biggest parenting skill that you have mastered?
Oh, there's my kids.
Oh, cuties.
Just honestly, it's like, you know what's the biggest one? I realize it takes kids 6 seconds to respond to a thing you say. I didn't know that before, so you just hammer them like, and you have to like watch their little brains just kind of do it. So just be patient. That's the biggest thing. Be patient and try. And even if you do scream at them, just be like, yo, my bad.
Right.
And they're very, you know, they're very forgiving.
Do they think you're funny?
They do, which is nice. They
do?
genuinely think I'm funny.
Oh, that's fantastic.
They don't think you're cringy? They haven't gotten to that age
They
yet.
will eventually. Eventually, they're gonna. There's gonna be a trove of things online. They're probably gonna stop talking to me after a while. But for now, I'm enjoying it.
Unbelievable.
Take it while you can.
Exactly. Matt, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Enjoy all of the things, the podcast of it all, the Netflix of it all. I mean,
Yeah.
you already shot it, so it's not
This
like
is
you have
the
to
pinnacle. This was all. I just wanted to be on here, man. You guys,
Oh, we knew that this was the highest high
This is
for
it.
him.
Check is in the mail. Check is in the mail. Check out Matt's comedy special. It is called Humble Offerings. It debuts on Netflix next week, October 7th.